Alright. Falling all over the floor. New Year's. Another complicated year in the making. I hope by the end of the year, some of these mishaps are laughable happenstances. Okay. I need the Meta Developers Hub casting. I wish that window was resizable. Alright, so now I need to know if, and it's a big if, my record box needed to get out of there. That could have been the culprit. I hate to cast blame, but it's sort of like, what's the strangest thing that occurred before everything went sideways? Well, that happened. Okay. Yeah. Is this thing functional or not? It looks non-functional. Alright, let's reopen. Through from here, I can't tell you if that says. I think it's running. Alright, so that would be good. Unplug. This one is coming up next. That's the air traffic control. That's what I want to do today. Okay, so I've plugged that in, so I need to reconnect on my MIDI devices. And then I need to clear. Alright, good. Alright. Move some knobs. Move some more knobs. Alright, that one's not functioning. Move this now. Alright, and Adam. Alright, so now I have a problem where the Atom controller and the Atom SQ are not currently sending control. Okay. Interesting. Atom is now sending control signals, and I should be able to see knobs move, yeah. But Atom SQ is currently not active. I mean, Atom. Let me switch over to, well, I think I'm gonna leave Atom SQ set up. And Atom, which had been very stable, has now decided that it no longer needs to send control signals out of the app. Now it's sending control signals. Alright. And Atom SQ, control signals, okay? Control signals, check. Those are good. Control signals, check. Okay. Now, question. Are my control signals being received? Stop and restart. No. Yes. Yes. Now, I see that file button flashing. But this looks like an app that I might want to rewrite. Why? Its stability is questioned. Windows plus Control Alt scroll. Stop. Why does it not want to listen to all words? Alright, now check, 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 slide something, check, turn something, check, 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 check. Everybody's communicating. Please, nothing break. That's all I ask. It's not a big ask. All right. Okay. Now, let's see if we can get back on course.
Approach Nightbat 341 Kilo Papa Alpha 7 Niner 10 is type Cessna Skyhawk, 7 miles southeast of Tango Foxtrot Golf 500 feet, request flight following.
Nightbat 340.
Squawk 4052 Nightbat 341 Kilo Papa Alpha 7 Niner 10.
Okay. I see the pattern.
Nightbat 341 Kilo Papa Alpha 7 Niner 10 radar contact 7 miles southeast of Tango Foxtrot Golf 1,600 feet. QNH 101 tree.
Right.
Roger Nightbat
I was having fun.
341
I
Kilo
think I'm
Papa
having fun
Alpha
again.
7 Niner 10.
We'll see in a minute. Alright. I am streaming. Correct. Alright. You have to reset yourself. Okay. So that challenge made me want to do what? Open up the air traffic control menu, which auto-closed currently. Alright, so in order to do so, there. Alright, that seems to be working. I heard the click. Alright, it's above my head. Alright, now, you see where it says nearest airport list? I want to activate that button. I hit it, and it doesn't seem as though it has been received. And now the meta menu button doesn't work again. What's the little? early days. There it is. Pin this window. Pin that desktop. Alright. I'm going to let you do the keyboard. Alright. Now, I can see in this window right here that Microsoft Flight Simulator is not in the foreground, which means it would not respond if it could to my request for ATC. So I mapped to the sustain pedal, and that's the scary thing, because for whatever reason, the sustain pedal might be outputting something that some other app is responding to. So I don't know, maybe I should open up Visual Studio Code and create a blank document and let that be foregrounded for now. So when I hit the sustain pedal, hopefully on that monitor over there, Microsoft Flight Simulator comes out to the foreground. But it looks like my browser responded to it as well. So that's why I have a concern, because I'm not expecting that. Alright, let me hit it again. So I must have some garbage on that sustain pedal, and now I believe that I probably do. So I'm going to level out. Pull some throttle out. Enter some sort of a turn. So we can get a stable working circle going on. Alright, now I think I might want to go ahead and hit autopilot. What? Flight director. Autopilot. It's like my autopilot's not responding. What? Autopilot is not responding. I have another button for that. Autopilot. It's not responding. Oh wow. Autopilot's broken. I have a button mapped for autopilot. Does Microsoft Flight Simulator not have focus? No, it doesn't. Alright, now autopilot. No autopilot. What about my flight director button? Alright, my flight director button, that pink chevron, is functional. However, my autopilot button doesn't work, and neither does clicking on it on the PFD display. Alright, so the aircraft is broken. We did crash. Okay, now let me try to send a command to autopilot. It works. Good.
Juliana Tower Nightbat 341 Kilo Papa Alpha 7 Niner 10 is 7 miles east 1,000 feet with Charlie to land.
Nightbat 341 Kilo Papa Alpha 7 Niner 10 Juliana Tower. QNH 1014 fly, left downwind runway 10.
Alright, so now I'm going to enter the pattern. Try to have some fun flying for a minute and think about all it just went wrong. Alright. Because I think I know how we got into this circumstance. Maybe.
Nightbat 341 Kilo Papa Alpha 7 Niner 10. Did you copy?
Alright, acknowledge pattern.
Make left traffic runway 10 Nightbat 341 Kilo Papa Alpha 7 Niner 10.
Alright, so the mappings are working, which means the app is running. I hope it remains stable for the rest of my broadcast. The MIDI key-to-key app, which receives the MIDI signals from the loop MIDI port, or the MIDI command words, lights, 3 light words, 3 light, I guess the upper most significant byte of a 4 byte word are zeros. But whatever. Point being that I'm pressing a button on my MIDI controller. It's going into Studio One. It's triggering sounds in the DAW. Right? I made some button click sounds. And then we have mappings on what I'm calling routing tracks to take the input from these controllers and send them out to the virtual port that we created in the Loop MIDI utility program that minimizes to your, I don't know, what do they call that little area, those little icons? Not the taskbar, but you know, that little area that people that don't want you to close their apps send it to. Anyway, Loop MIDI, and that's a little free utility, right? So then in Studio One we created a virtual external device, and we said that it was a new instrument, and it says, well,
500.
all right, we'll give you a new instrument. What port do you want to use to communicate with it? And then we selected the little port that we created in Loop MIDI. Loop MIDI. All right, so now we created a track and we said, all right, we got this little virtual instrument and we want to associate it with, yeah, that was a lot of turbulence coming off of that mountain. Oh wow, you gotta be ready to give it some throttle not to crash. Loop MIDI. Okay, so then we have an application, another free little utility called MIDI key-to-key. And basically it says, I'm gonna listen to any MIDI port you tell me. So we told it the virtual port that we created a Loop MIDI. And we told MIDI key-to-key, all right, I want you to listen on that virtual port. And then we started. So MIDI key-to-key says, okay, I'm gonna, listen. And then we open the log so we can see when it comes in. So we'll know that, hey, if it's not coming in, there's something broken between your controller, Studio One, and Loop MIDI, and me, MIDI key-to-key. But if all goes well, we'll see something in the log. Now, once we know that MIDI key to key utility program is receiving and logging our MIDI commands, we can double click on them and say, okay, we want to create an action. Whenever you see that come in, I want you to generate a key press, and then you have a little blue text field that you put the cursor in, and you go to your keyboard.
341 Kilo Papa, Alpha 7 Niner, 10 wind 084 at 5. Clear to land, runway 10.
So you click your mouse in the blue text field.
Clear to land runway 10, Nightbat, 341 Kilo Papa, Alpha 7, Niner 10.
And you type in a keyboard shortcut, like Control C or, Alt 9, whatever keys you want to hit. And that's what MIDI key to key will send out. When it receives your MIDI command from your controller key press or knob turn, it'll send out those keystrokes. And we're going to be sending out keystrokes that, are in Microsoft Flight Simulator to do various things. There's no way we're stopping. This isn't touch and go. I'm coming in at 100 knots, and even if I were able to drop flaps right now, I don't think we could slow down enough. Well, maybe we can pull it off. I'm going full flaps over this plane. Do we have enough runway to actually settle down? Yeah. We're gonna make it. Why? Because it's an international airport and we're a tiny little plane.
Nightbat 341 Kilo Papa, Alpha 7 Niner, 10, exit runway when able.
You probably don't want to be coming in at 100 knots though. Especially if you're like a jetliner, you don't want to be like doing on the 180. I think typically you land at about 160 knots. Maybe stalling at 120 or something, I don't know, 90. I forgot those numbers. I don't like flying jetliners.
Nightbat 341 Kilo Papa, Alpha 7 Niner, 10, contact ground on 118. 7.
Alright.
Acknowledge.
118. 7 Nightbat, 341 Kilo Papa, Alpha 7 Niner 10. Juliana ground Nightbat, 341 Kilo Papa, Alpha 7 Niner 10, taxi to parking.
Nightbat 341 Kilo Papa, Alpha 7 Niner 10, taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway.
Say, okay. And that's
Juliana ground, please say again transmission for Nightbat 341 Kilo Papa, Alpha 7 Niner 10.
Nightbat 341 Kilo Papa, Alpha 7 Niner 10, taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway, Delta.
So we're going to pretend that everything's okay. And make it up as we go. And I don't really feel like sitting still yet. Why?
Nightbat 341 Kilo Papa, Alpha 7 Niner 10, acknowledge last transmission.
I'm shaking off a whole bunch of negative energy from the brokenness of my startup. Everything was broke.
Nightbat 341 Kilo Papa, Alpha 7 Niner 10, did you copy?
Y'all are broken. I can't do anything but say again. So I'm gonna pretend that I got clearance, and I'm going back to St. Bart's before I start doing my mapping.
Nightbat 341 Kilo Papa, Alpha 7 Niner 10, you were not cleared to take off.
Yeah, I know, but I couldn't talk to y'all, so I'm out. And it's raining. It's raining. And am I broadcasting?
Nightbat 341 Kilo Papa, Alpha 7 Niner 10, ATC services terminated. Good day.
Yeah, Good day. Alright, now.
Juliana approach Nightbat 341 Kilo Papa Alpha 7910 is type Cessna Skyhawk 1 miles northeast of Juliana 300 feet. Request flight following.
Nightbat 341 Kilo Papa Alpha 7910 Juliana approach. Squawk 0 Tree 21.
Squawk 0 Tree 21 Nightbat 341 Kilo Papa Alpha 7910.
The air traffic control menu is not going to
Nightbat 341 Kilo Papa Alpha 7910 radar contact 1 miles northeast of Juliana 400 feet QNH 1014.
Roger Nightbat 341 Kilo Papa Alpha 7910.
Nearest airport list. And 4 St. Bart's. Select runway 1. I want runway 10.
Tango Foxtrot Juliet traffic Nightbat 341 Kilo Papa Alpha 7910 7 miles northwest 600 feet inbound to land runway 10.
Alright, cool. Now I'm gonna have some fun for a minute to forget that this is actually a working night. It's very windy. I see that windsock is getting stiffly blown. This is live weather, apparently. I just changed the time of day. I hear what sounds to be rainwater. Let's go down the beach. Should I do the coastline? Yeah, let's do the coastline of St. Martin. Alright, banking hard, yanking bank. Staying just above the waterline. Oh, let's check out the ship. Nice ship. Can I make it through there? Thanks, buddy. Alright, let's check out the cruise ship. At what point can I not make it?
Stall.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This is fun. Oh, a rainbow. I don't know if I can catch that. Probably needed it to be able to make it slow. I don't fly in the rain much. This is kind of an interesting look in the simulator. It's like racing a car, right? If you're down this low. That's why I don't like jetliners. I don't want to be up there 50,000 feet in the clouds for 6 hours. Like, if I wanted to fantasize about being a pilot, trust me, I wouldn't be picking airliners. But now, if I intend to grow up and fly that, yeah, I could see doing it. But I like being down here looking at the hotels, like tour guide. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're just outside the... Do they have any signs? They got some kind of a tower there. rip the wings off your Cessna? Can we shoot the gap between? You're like what would you want to do with your experience? It's probably not abnormal to say I want to fly between buildings and not die. I try not to go straight unless I know I can make it. Oh. Flying in the rain, that's kind of... Cocoa Beach. Alright, where are we supposed to be going? That was fun.
Approach Nightbat 341 Kilo Papa Alpha 7910 is type Cessna Skyhawk, 2 miles southeast of Tango Foxtrot, Foxtrot Golf, 200 feet, request flight following.
French West Tree 00 descend and maintain 2,000 feet. Nightbat 341 Kilo Papa Alpha 7910 approach. Squawk 0027.
I see the path. We gotta go through the mountains.
Nightbat 341 Kilo Papa Alpha 7910 radar contact 2 miles southeast of Tango Foxtrot Foxtrot Golf 800 feet. QNH 1014.
Roger, Nightbat 341 Kilo Papa
Alright,
Alpha
so ATC buttons
7910.
work. When I get back to St. Bart's, I'll put it down,
Descend and maintain 2,000 foot
And
French
start
West
actually
300.
dealing with it, because I gotta unmap a bunch of practice buttons. Alright, we want to go to 4 St. Bart's. And runway is 10.
Tango Foxtrot Foxtrot Juliet Traffic Nightbat 341 Kilo Papa Alpha 7910 15 miles northwest 1300. Ford inbound to land runway 10.
A lot of turbulence right at the top of these. Where's the wind? The wind is 12 knots on our tail.
500.
And it is turbulent. That's a weird feeling. You don't know how far it's going to drop. But it's looking like you're probably traveling 4 or 5 feet up and down on these bumps.
500.
I was hitting some speed bumps today driving, Lyft. Oh, wow. I was like, damn, these are pretty big. Pure insanity. Alright. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I said I wanted St. Bart's. Let's see if we can. Well, let's announce. We're on the upwind lane. Am I correct with that?
Tango Foxtrot Foxtrot Juliet Traffic Nightbat 341 Kilo Papa Alpha 7910 is on upwind runway 10.
I think that's.
Tango Foxtrot Foxtrot Juliet Traffic Nightbat 341 Kilo Papa Alpha 7910 is on crosswind runway 10.
Alright. We got a little bit before we make that turn.
Tango Foxtrot Foxtrot Juliet Traffic Nightbat 341 Kilo Papa Alpha 7910 9 miles northwest 900 feet inbound to land runway 10.
Alright, I'm coming in with 10 degrees of flaps. I'm cutting throttle back. I can see that we're doing, whoa, 70. We want to be at like 65. I tell you what, 2 notches of flaps. That's a stiff wind. Where's that wind? It's blowing us away. It should be in our face in a minute. It looks like we're doing 59. We're a little high. We need 2 reds. There's 1 red light. Come on. 2 reds, 2 whites, 3 reds. We're getting low. I can't see. Alright, we went a little high, but that's cool. Alright, I'm gonna let us start to settle. And the international is so big, it's like you got all damn day to get down. It's like, just stay calm, right? Look. I'm pulling throttle back. It's starting to flare a little bit. It's gonna start dropping out of there. Keeping those up a little. And then down. And full throttle. Touch and go. 55, 6. Alright. Gears up. Positive rate of climb. Flaps up. And I don't want to announce nothing. All I want is to get out of Dodge and go to St.
Juliana
Bart's.
approach Nightbat 341 Kilo Papa Alpha 7910 is type Cessna Skyhawk 1 miles east of Juliana 300 feet. Request flight following.
Alright, let's shoot up. See, they did it again. Oh, there it is.
Squawk 6465 Nightbat 341 Kilo Papa Alpha 7910.
Alright, let's see if I can
Nightbat
get
341 Kilo Papa, Alpha 7910 radar, contact 1 miles east of Juliana 700 feet, QNH 1014.
Roger Nightbat 341 Kilo Papa Alpha 7910.
Alright, St. Bart's. Select the runway. Runway 10. Now.
Tango Foxtrot Foxtrot Juliet traffic Nightbat 341 Kilo Papa Alpha 7910 7 miles northwest 1000. Ford inbound to land runway 10.
See, what I think is going on is they're not picking up on the fact that I'm trying to go to that other airport.
500.
Interesting, dude. That's definitely turbulence. I'm looking at the bounces. Autopilot still broken? Autopilot button. No autopilot. Broke. I wish there was some sort of way to fix it other than restart. I guess I might just not have to be doing autopilot today. But now that I'm in here, it looks all stable, right? When I go to the drone, that's usually when the gust of wind starts blowing you sideways. Alright, there's the course. Announce position. Anything just hit my buttons.
Tango Foxtrot Foxtrot Juliet Traffic Nightbat 341 Kilo Papa Alpha 7 Niner 10 Niner miles northwest 700 feet inbound to land runway 10.
Alright. Approaching the course. What's the wind? Gusty. 6 to 13 knots. Alright. Autopilot's non-functional. There must be some button that I have messed up. Interestingly, it's not only that button. I'm unable to change the altitude or the heading bar. But I am able to adjust the throttle. So, yeah, when I crashed the aircraft, it took down some systems. That's interesting. I have damage turned off, so I wouldn't expect my plane to break. I'm trying to figure out which pink line should I trust. Is it the EFB or the MFD? The multi-function display right here, or the electronic flight bag right here. Okay, I'm gonna fly the pink line on the electronic flight bag. Alright, we're finally entering the picture. I'm gonna bring the throttle back a little tiny
Tango
bit.
Foxtrot Foxtrot Juliet traffic status Alpha 2160 taking off runway 10 west departure.
Alright, it's almost looking like the electronic flight bag is agreeing with this teal set of brackets. Let me see if I go over here and then turn back. Let's see if I'm on the line in the EFB. Because I know there's a discrepancy. So I guess if you want to know which line you should be shooting for, it's the one on the EFB. Because this one over here, that's just a direct to line is not actually showing the course. Yeah, so the EFB looks like it's in agreement with these teal brackets. So that's the thing, when I turn off the teal brackets, it's going to be all about following the GPS line on the EFB. Alright, so let's see about this turn. It's a shallow to the pattern entry, pattern 2, or is that pattern exit? Oh wow, we're coming in backwards. We're coming in, alright, well, whatever the hell. That's the departure that we took off on. So the simulator is in all sorts of strange ways here. I'm gonna announce my position. They're not responding to my clicks. I'm hoping that app didn't break. I don't see anything. I don't see anything on the desktop that suggests a major malfunction. I see somebody just flew over me.
$500.
I've already pulled the throttle out. I'm just looking to introduce flaps here. Right now. First stage. Second stage. Where's the wind? Find time to be asking. Crosswind. Alright, so the wind wants to blow me. Whoa. Is that what kind of wind do I got now? I'm just trying to figure that out. And what's all this stuff in the air? Oh, the wind indicator went away. Alright, find some spot to park right here. Oh no, we got cars in the air. I can't wait till they get rid of all these bugs. What's all of that, man? Alright, now I can watch people. Set the brake. And get my feet off the rudder pedals.
Tango Foxtrot Foxtrot Juliet traffic black fin 121 taking off runway 10 east departure.
Black fin. Oh, that must be Blackfin right there. No, he's going to parking. No, he's... I know, tell him. What you doing, Bubba? Nice aircraft there. Pattern. Looks like he's going somewhere else. Not even thinking. Make that whole turn. No, he's going somewhere else. Interesting. Sounds like another departure. Is that? I hear something. I hear a jet. Mating season. Yeah, we have some simulator inconsistencies. However, I'm not worried about that. Not a much concern. At least their wheels are on the ground. They're not 20 feet in the air driving around. I've seen that out here.
Tango Foxtrot Foxtrot Juliet Traffic Generic Foxtrot Oscar Sierra Juliet Uniform taking off runway 10 west departure.
Alright, so these are generics. They're not players. And apparently there's two instances of the same aircraft. Air traffic. Doesn't recognize its mistake? I don't know. The other one's holding though. Not flying around.
Foxtrot, Foxtrot, Juliet, traffic good speed 161, taking off runway 10 departure to the west.
West. So he's going left. If they popped him out of the center. This dude might be going west though. This might have got him just ready at the tower. The other one, he's talking. He did his talking earlier. My landing, no. Oh, that's my parking ribbon. That's definitely spatial audio. I see him. I see him going up. Just went up above the word 0, and now I guess he's too far away to draw. Or I don't know. Good question. All right. Well, jeez, I gotta look at $100. If I don't, I'll hate myself. Whoops. Got that grip button. Still rings and lower. Alright, I'm gonna try to stay out of the aircraft this time. It looks like I lost my monitors. Uh-oh. Tell me that's not a limitation. Let me ask you a question. Would Meta care? No. Meta should let me be anywhere I want to be. And they should draw their windows. Oh, they are. I'm like, yo, where's the windows, man? What do I need to do to get this done? First of all, make sure that I'm recording this in case I do something interesting. And maintain control of my time. Okay. I need you. Several hours in, 5:30. I'm actually ready to pick off. shift right arrow. Open Acrobat. It crashed. Whatever. It can work. Open Acrobat. Crashed. Windows. A C R. Keyboard shortcuts. And go to the bottom. I mapped a whole bunch of stuff to my sustain pedal. That I need to delete. Somewhere in this vicinity. Looks like it was from here down. From line 307 to the end. It's all trash. Shift. Click. You got it. Shit. I hate it. It's probably safer to use the mouse. I wonder what deletes an end of file. Stories. I'm turned sideways. Can't be. Feet in the pedals. Okay. Here we go. I'm just gonna take it lackadaisically. Okay, so it would be nice if I could figure out delete to end the file. Rio 7. Let's ask if the AI can do that task for us. I need the AI chat. And lo and behold, there it is. I was like, oh no. Are you able to delete from line 307 to the end of the file? Action 27 is from the line 307. Alright, what did they say is the top of the file? Nope. Whatever they said is bullshit. I swear, if I trusted in them and I selected this and copy pasted it, I would be upset. So let's ask the question. In Visual Studio Code, how do you delete from the cursor to the end of file? Control Shift N and delete. Where's my, why is my cursor, where, it's still, it doesn't want to go over the right side. Is that in the way? And now they're saying you can't find the fucking controllers. Yo, Meta, it's right here. They didn't select to the end. Alright, suppose I just say Shift N. Alright, let's make sure the cursor is right here. Control Shift End. Thank you. Delete. What a pain. Okay, so now all of the crazy stuff that I had should be gone. Control S, save the file. Now I need to test that hitting the pedal works, but now I need to make sure that this app stop, start. Let's go look at the actions. And you see all of these? No good, right? No bueno. So I need to reload custom. Alright. And I have to get the latest copy. And like that. Check the commands. Alright, good. The last command that I did was hold pedal 127. I know that air traffic control works. I think this can be deleted, but I'll leave it for that. Alright. I'll start listening. Well, I already did. Okay. So the first thing that I want to do is look at this window, my desktop, and I can see that Microsoft I want to see the list. Alright, so they have tabs across the top. Alright. Now, Flight Simulator should foreground on this window, and that's all that should happen. No jumping around. I brought it to the foreground, but I also maximized this other window somehow. me hit the button again. Alright, let me put that in the front. Let me manually give this focus. And then click away. And then what happened? Why did I wind up getting booted? And why is this Unreal opening multiple times? What is that? And the same thing over here. By hitting that sustain pedal has done more than I expected it should. And it's done things that it was not doing prior. So they're basically trying to drive me up the wall. So, what's the story? Why is the sustain pedal acting like that? Why? Because I don't have a solution if it's going to do that off the wall shit. All I have is a headache. Straight up headache. So now I have to look to see if I have any more in here that are hold pedal. Hold pedal, right? There's two instances and they're back to back. I have one instance of this app running. And I don't know anything else that should be responding to my pedal. So I'm gonna keep it on my monitors and I'm gonna hit that pedal again. And my browser is responding to my pedal press. Alright, let's clear this and hit it one time. Now, did you see this? It's like some Windows action is firing off of that pedal. and it's robbing it. It's doing something with creating multiple tabs in multiple applications. Like, that makes no sense. Let me kill this app. Why? He's the one who's triggering the activity. Maybe he's in a bad state. Let me hit the sustain pedal now. Without that app running, I don't suspect the sustain pedal should do anything. Right? No, look, it did. What the fuck? Look. Oh, shit. Hit the button again. One click. Out. Key to key loop MIDI port. Alright, so now I gotta look at Task Manager to see if I have some sick processes laying around. Like, maybe you think you're killing it, but you're not. Like, anomalous behavior, you have to solve that before you try running off with a bunch of other things. Because if you don't, you can't develop on an unstable platform, right? Because you don't know if you're going to be introducing bugs on top of bugs, like compounding the problem. So now I'm looking to see, when I killed that key-to-key process, did it leave something running in the background? So let's try to do it by, first of all, CPU utilization. All right. Well, that's changing quite a bit, so that's hard to tell. Loopback MIDI could be repeating itself. All right, let's shut that down. Why? Because I did rename the port loop MIDI. I renamed the port after deleting it by accident, but something is causing something to fire multiple times when I hit that pedal. And I'm getting all of these excess tabs. And I'm only getting it for this particular text file also. So that's weird. It must be the currently open. Let me see if I selected a different file in the foreground here. Now, I killed loop MIDI. I haven't restarted it. Let me go by process name. Testing. I'm still talking, my mouse isn't behaving. Okay. Now, what can I take out? I'm looking through the process list and I don't see anything. Background processes. Alright, can I do that? I think I'm sorted in the wrong direction. Alright, now looking in the background. I'm looking for any MIDI stuff. There, look, I have 2 instances lying around. And that's probably the culprit. Okay, so we gotta delete this one. And task, and this one. And task. Alright, so that thing's not going away gracefully, so you gotta keep an eye on that. Let's go ahead and launch it. And then look at the process come into existence. I see Microsoft. Select it. Yeah, give me my meta. Give me my controller back. Alright. Select input device. Okay. Before we do, let's hit the button. Nothing should happen. Nobody should be listening to this pedal. Nothing happened. Fantastic. So if you're having some anomalous behaviors, look to see how many of these MIDI key to key instances you have lying around. I popped it out. Does that create an additional instance? I hope not. I don't even see one instance right now. In the background list, let's see foreground. Alright, so when it is in the foreground list, it even tells me where it's running from. I guess it's working directory. Wait, I think that's actually where it's located. Right here, see program files, MIDI key to key, MIDI key to key.exe. Alright, so now we know that. So that's the worst case scenario. That probably, other than general instability, that if you have multiple instances running, it's going to trigger multiple times. Now, selected input. Well, notice that on this list, we don't have loop MIDI because we killed loop MIDI while we were debugging this issue, right? So that's what engineering is. 90% debug, probably 10% new code. Alright, so we need loop MIDI. I really want voice access. What's the story here? Well, what do you should ask? I don't even think I want that back to the side. Okay. My main question right at this very instant is, can somebody tell me what happened to my main monitor? There it is. Okay. Alright, juggling windows in virtual reality. Okay, so that's the subtitle of this experience. Now, we know that it's not responding. If I go ahead and launch Loop MIDI the old school way by typing LO. I think I need to pin that to the desktop. Into the taskbar. Only thing is, okay, well, I'm not using Wireshark, so let me unpin that from the taskbar. Alright, Loop MIDIs. That's the other thing. I have so many that it's like it pains me to let some go, but I've discovered that what's this one? MIDI view is very useful. Let me go ahead and get that off. Alright. And let me give the primary app access. Does it have it? No. So I have to shut it down gracefully. Let's try that. Alright. When I've shut it down gracefully, first question is, MIDI key to key, did it leave anything lying around? Microsoft. Currently, no. Alright, good. So reopen MIDI key to key. Alright, so now we have an instance of that. Now hopefully it rediscovered the ports. Key to key with MIDI. Whoops. With MIDI ports. Chat. Log. No, I don't log into it. No, cancel. Change my mind. I just want it logged right here on the screen. Log to window. Now we're gonna hit start. Alright, so this did hit the sustain. Well, a couple of things are gonna happen. Let's go select device over here and try to select that same port and say enable. Now it's green. So both of these should respond. This guy's just looking at all MIDI messages on that port. This guy is responding to MIDI messages on that port. Loop MIDI, it shows the data total on that port. And Studio One it has its own MIDI monitor, so we can see all three apps respond to that data, or all four. So right now we have 9 total data bytes. I'm gonna depress that pedal, and we should see Microsoft Flight Simulator foreground also. So I'm looking for the MIDI. I'm not gonna get it from my visor. I'm looking for the pedal. I hit it. It foregrounded. We've got 15 bytes. We had 9 bytes, so that's 6 bytes of data. Alright. And in fact, we did get 6 bytes because these are 24-bit data values, B3407M. So that's 3 bytes, and the B34000 is 3 bytes. So that's a total of 6 bytes. And we went from 9 bytes to 15 total data bytes. So that's good. All right. When I depressed or hold pedals, the control command that came from my MIDI controller, the value was 127, which is all ones in binary for an 8-bit binary word, which is 7F in hexadecimal, right? All ones for a total of 8 bits. What's 7 in binary? 1, 1. What about the most significant bit? 0, otherwise it would be a negative number. Because this is obviously signed 8-bit values. Wow, or is that right? Or are these unsigned? Good question. Rust has crept in to make it too near this brain. Alright, but that's cool. We know that we transmitted 6 bytes. Now, looking over here, it says that the Oxygen Pro MIDI, which is where my sustain pedal is connected, got an input from the pedal, from the hardware, and then it sent it out to key-to-key MIDI port. And it sent that value 127, which is 7F. It sent it out on channel 4. It received it on 4, and I did that on purpose. So I told my Oxygen Pro MIDI, communicate on channel 4. And then I set it up here in Studio One, which if you want to know how to connect MIDI in Studio One, options. This helps me remember what I did, explaining it. If I go look at the Oxygen Pro MIDI, I told Studio One to receive from channel 4 from the Oxygen Pro MIDI and send any output commands to the Oxygen Pro MIDI. So if I were trying to control Oxygen Pro MIDI from these knobs or something like that. But anyway, now it also received the off command, which is on off is that last byte. And when I stopped pressing the pedal, it received a 0 in that on off byte, and it sent it out on port 4 to the key-to-key loop MIDI port. So that's how loop MIDI saw those 6 bytes, right? We started with 9 and then 15. It's the total now. So, and then this guy, we told this guy, MIDI key to key, we told him, hey, listen for a control hold pedal value 127 or a command B340. I think I'm ignoring the 7F, right? Which is the hold pedal on data command. And if I double click this and go to start program page tab, now this is if I wanted to create a new one. Alright, so apparently I can't cancel out. I have to actually go look at the list that I defined, which is this one. And then I have to say edit, and then look at the thing. I told it to start in my home folder, bring flight simulator to foreground.exe, which is a PowerShell script that I converted into an executable using a PowerShell module that converts PowerShell scripts to binary executables. Why? Because this thing wants binary executables I guess I could have tried it with the command, but I said, well, let me make it a program. It doesn't take any input, no working directory, and I could have had start arguments if my program required command line arguments, but I kept it simple. I will be writing one in another broadcast that takes arguments, because I would like to be able to foreground any application by its application name. So, coming next. So that way, if I'm working in my flight simulator and I need a program, well, I have all of these atom colored pads that could be, you know, open Photoshop, open, you know, some image editor from Photoshop. Okay, open GIMP, open Audacity, whatever I want. You know, my creative suite of tools, character creator, iClone, Unreal. No, I can't. I tried I tried opening Unreal Engine, but that's too graphics intensive to be running while I'm running this flight simulator. But I believe I was able to do Blender and pop it out. I need to go through the list of programs that I use a lot when I'm doing like 3D design type work, like character creator, iClone, NVIDIA Omniverse would be an interesting one, Substance Painter, like these graphics intensive programs. I know Unreal is not a good thing. Blender, and I've already done Audacity. I've done some, you know, MP3 edits, or wave file edits, or both, while in VR. So that, I know that's good to go. But the critical ones for me would be, you know, like, can I do character creator? Can I do icon? So I'd like to be able to launch those the same way from a MIDI command coming up my controller with it. But we'll get to that. So I'll cancel out here. And again, Microsoft Flight Simulator, it is foregrounded, but it is not active because its window title bar is white. And the only way I can give it any inputs, like if I wanted to type into a menu over here, the app has to be in the foreground, which it is currently not. So let me hit this pedal, and now it's blue, which means it can receive keyboard input. So if I go over here to settings, and the reason why I did this whole project began was because of that. Literally. I was laying around thinking, I was like, man, you know, I am so tired of like coming in here and I want to search, right? And Meta gives me a keyboard and Windows gives me an on-screen keyboard, right? I can use to type. See over there? I know it's small, but delete. Lost focus. That's backspace. Okay, sorry, delete is to the right, backspace is to the left. All right, but like if I click away now I just gave Task Manager focus, right? And since that became a topic of discussion, then we'll pop that out so I can quickly launch Task Manager when I get in trouble. But Task Manager currently has focus on this desktop. So now, if I go back into Flight Sim mode and make sure the cursor's in that text field, right? I can look at this desktop and see that Flight Simulator is not currently focused, right? I can click, you know, back into meta mode and start hammering on the keyboard, and nothing's going through over there to that text field. It's empty. So I'm like, oh man, this sucks. So now if I hit this pedal, right, and now I try to type, no. So this thing looks like it needs some adjustment, because it did foreground, but it did not receive focus, right? If I hit the pedal again, nothing, right? I hit it several times. I can see the data being transmitted. I can see the data being received, which I know that that little program is executing. And I bet you if I look at Task Manager, I should be able to tell my CPU is being used 89% right now. Right, 77, 88. So the question is, if I can see the offender. It's taking a while to scroll to the top. Alright, let me pull it. Alright, Microsoft Flight Simulator is using 37%. Casting is using 22. Desktop Windows Manager. So I don't really see 30. Yeah, and everything else is using a bit, right? So now here's the question. Every time I give a key press, do I get more activity? All right, let's go and sort by name, right? What's the name of my little program? Brain. Right? Hit the button. My program executes so quickly and goes away that is it considered a background process? Please let me navigate. Alright. Let's look in the background process. Yes.